all, this is Kim Adamski, HIV Prevention Specialist at the Hartford Gay and Lesbian Health Collective. Can you believe we're over half a year into this pandemic? It's wild. Remember in March? People thought it would be over in 2 weeks. That seems like forever ago. A lot of people are getting really antsy to date. So let's talk about how to minimize risk while dating. First, I really want to emphasize that the only no-risk way of dating is to keep it online until the pandemic clears up. I gave some tips in our Love in the Age of Coronavirus video a few months ago. Some no-contact methods of dating are video chatting, virtually watching movies together, and if you're ready to get sexual with a new partner, sexting, fantasizing, and phone sex. And masturbation, of course, is completely risk-free. However, if you do want to meet in person, we've got some safety tips there too. It's getting to be autumn, but the weather is still gorgeous, so outdoor dates are a great idea. Get coffee and go on a walk in the park, have a picnic, separate chairs and blankets, of course, properly distanced. If you and your date have a fire pit available to you, you can make a fire and roast marshmallows from a safe distance. Make sure you bring a mask, your cutest one, Natch, and wear it any time you're closer than 6 feet to the other person. At Health Collective, we can't recommend hooking up with a person or people that you haven't communicated with very carefully about risk with. However, if you're going to engage in sex with a person, get a good idea of who else they are in contact with. That is, if they have a lot of risk exposure, if they see a lot of people or live with someone who does, and maybe reconsider for the time being if they're very risky in that regard. It's also not a bad idea for both of you to get tested for COVID-19. Remember, a COVID test only tells you your status at the moment that you were tested. So if either of you has an exposure after that, it is possible that you could have coronavirus. If you choose to start a relationship with someone, agree on how you're going to approach the relationship and discuss limiting the number of people that you see as much as possible. 0 other people is best. The bottom line is that you should seriously evaluate the risks of seeing someone based not just on how many contacts they have, but also how many people those contacts are seeing. Precautions like masks on dates, COVID testing, and physically distancing will greatly reduce your risk. These precautions are not just to protect you and your partner, but also your entire community. Tomorrow, I'll be live on Facebook talking about real dating strategies that people in Connecticut are using and evaluating how risky those strategies are to help you learn from real-world examples. Tune in Thursday, September 17th at 6:30 p.m. and bring your questions. And of course, be well, be yourself.